This says portrait video. I've never done portrait video before. I don't know if it's going to stay on the whole time or if it's going to cut off at some point. Hi, this is Joella May. Don't forget to like and subscribe down at the bottom. Today, I'm going to talk about my first Hape experience. If you don't know what it is, it's a type of plant medicine. I'm going to be doing more research on it later to put some more information up on my Facebook. And when I do the next video, I'll be able to talk about it more. I'm still, it's raining outside, so it's a little distracting when the raindrops fall on me. I'm still processing. So it's about 1:50 in the afternoon right now. That's too much outside noise, so I put my windows back up. I was trying to use that extra light, but I don't know if it was helping or not because it was glaring in my face. I'm gonna take off my glasses because my head is just too much. So it's about 1:50 p.m. right now. When I finished my Hapé ceremony, it was 11:11 because my facilitator called out the time to me. Not exactly sure what time we started. It felt like the process went on all day. But we probably started around 10 because he was doing his ceremony when I came out after taking a shower, and I just sat down and watched him, and then I talked to him about it. Because one of my friends at the festival I was just at was doing it, and I heard about it over the years. I wanted to do it in January, but I wasn't emotionally ready to go through that problem. Oh my gosh. If I had done that back then, I probably would have puked for days. Yeah. So, they say one of the side effects is purging. Sometimes, not always. It was interesting because my facilitator friend, when we were done and everything, he's like, I've heard of people purging. He's like, I felt like almost purging, but I've never seen anyone purge from Hape before. And of course, me, I don't just purge once. I don't purge twice. Not 3 times, but 4 times. Yeah, I purged 4 times. So my intention was to release pain, specifically pain of betrayal. In general, in my heart, I was focusing on the pain of betrayal from my husbands, mainly my second husband, not as much as my first husband, because he's been communicating to me through spirit on a constant basis. It's getting a little overwhelming, I must say, because at the end of the festival I just did at Swanee River, the Roots Festival, don't remember the full title. It's there every year in October. I'll be there next year. Come get some drinks for me at Solar Cafe. I had so much fun working there this past weekend. I can't wait to go back for Halloween at the end of the month. I want to put my glasses back on because it makes it easier for me to talk to you, but at the same time, my head is still semi-exploding from the experience. My head was had a small kind of headache working on before I did it, the Hape. But yeah, it was so intense because in between the prayer ceremonies. So the way it worked was first I would set intention, and then with my intention he would decide which Hape powders to use. I didn't even know that there were that many types. That he had like I want to say like 20 different vials. I don't even know. But when we were done and I was like blown away, I was like, you do this every day? He's like, pretty much. And I'm like, 10 a.m., 2 p.m., I'm still feeling the effects. For the past 4 hours, my body's still recovering. It's the first time I've used it. He's like, wow, I've never seen it affect someone so hard. You must have really needed it. I'm like, yeah, right? Like, totally. So he referred me to his facilitator, but she's in Egypt right now. So I have a little time to process what I just went through before I go full blown. I am going down to Miami, so I do know some other people, or I know people that know people, I should say, because I don't directly know people. I probably do, but it's been so long since I've been in touch with anyone. I'm going to keep my eyes closed while I try to take you through the process, because when I see myself, I start going really fast into explanations, and I just really want to explain the process. So what it did for me, it took a weight off my body, not just my shoulders, off of my whole body. And as the weight was being lifted, that's when I would purge each time. It was, so first it would sit in meditation. He has this beautiful music mix that he uses. So it really takes you into ceremony. It's kind of like a guided meditation into the ceremony, the way they were talking. And then he would do a little prayer, and the device that he used to facilitate the Hape was really beautiful. It looked like a peace pipe, but it wasn't a peace pipe. It was made out of I remember wood and bone, but it was in stone. Wood, bone, and stone. Wood, bone, and stone. So I had 3 sections. It was about yay long with the little piece that come up. And, he would pray from heart to heart, and then from feminine to masculine, and from divine, and then back from his heart to my heart. And then he'd have me take a full breath in, and then first you blow it up into the left nostril to release what you want to release. And mine was my pain of betrayal. When it went in, it was like whoosh. It was really intense, like almost a burning sensation, but not, because you're putting herbs up in your nose, so it's like a weird feeling. But that wasn't like the thing that like really hit me. After I got over the sensation of the shock in my nose, I literally felt the energy of it flush up through and into my brain, and then it just kind of like showered over my body, like as if it was running through my veins. It was really intense. And then I sat with it for a while, and as it was going through my body, I could feel the temperature vibrations change in my body, and listening to the guided meditation that he had going on at the same time, it really took me to another place that I could envision, like as if I was literally there. It was like stronger than guided hypnosis that I've done before. It was just like, it took me, and I could feel all the energy of everything coming through me and like working its way through every part of my body to pull out all of the pain. And then he was going into prayer again to give me the one for my right nostril. And when he prayed up here, he prayed up here. And then when he touched my feminine side, my whole body burst into tears. And that's when I purged again. Well, purged for the first time. And then I went through the hot, cold chills and everything. My body always does that whenever I puke. And so I was able to sit in meditation through the process. I spit a lot. I didn't blow my nose out during the process. Once I was able to finally finish purging and finish shaking, then we went in to do the right nostril. And then the right nostril is to what we want to now receive, which is love, light, peace, serenity, healing. So as I was to breathe that in, and coming in my right side, it went up in this way of my body, so it circulated through my body in the opposite direction as before. Oh, my stomach can feel it as I talk about it with my eyes closed. And it was like, and then a little while after it, he's like, you can blow your nose now. I was like, thinking to myself, okay, can't really move yet. And he got me some water. I took a sip with my eyes closed. I couldn't open my eyes during the process at all. I was just sitting there. Yeah, he had a waste bucket right next to me and a box of tissues right in front of me. So all I had to reach was to turn. And so I didn't break my concentration during the meditation, which was really cool. Even when he got up to leave the room to get me a glass of water, I was still able to stay in space. And yeah, it was funny too. It was like after ceremony was over and everything, and we were sitting there, and then he asked me how I felt, and I was like, purged again before I could answer. And it was just a slow breathing process, just like in this state right here. Just trying to feel every part of my body as it was going through me. And when I was able to open my eyes, all I could do was reach for my friend for a hug, warmth, and comfort. First I lied up, I reached with my feminine side, and then I felt like that energy was settled, so then I turned to rest my masculine side on his heart, and within a minute or two, I sat back up and purged again. Yeah, right? I'm like, yeah, so I guess I did purge more than 4 times, because after all that was settled, and like my body wasn't chilling, and I was like not doing the water again, because in that last purge I could feel some of the water in it. Yeah, it's funny. I know not to drink water when I'm purging or puking, or because it like facilitates me to do it more. So I was there for a while trying to collect myself. So then I went to the bathroom, was able to go pee, and then I crawled to the floor, and I purged again. So then I went back into his room and decided I needed to go outside for some fresh air. And then as we were sitting on the porch and he was turning on the fountain, the sound of the water was definitely relaxing. As soon as I walked out the door, all the smells of everything outside was so intense. I could smell every flavor in the air. I could smell the grass and the trees and everything. It was like it was all part of me. It was so strong. So all I could do was sit down on the chair and close my eyes as he played some music. And there was one point where I opened my eyes and that was it. Boom! I went and purged again. One more time again. And I was like, this is crazy. So I stopped trying to open my eyes. And I just sat in that chair for over an hour until my stomach started to settle enough so I could leave. And while I was lying there and resting, all I could think about was blueberries. So the only thing that kept popping in my head was blueberries. And then he's like, well, there's an acai place. And I'm thinking to myself, blueberries. So I left and came to the grocery store and got blueberries and salad and plant Caesar dressing. And of course I got some acai juice. But, you know, for the same amount as the grocery store, if I went to the other place, I would have had a little bowl. Now I got this big box of salad and this big thing of juice. So it'll last me the rest of the day. As you can see, it's hard for me to open my eyes again after talking about it. So my eyes closed and kind of back in that place where I was. But I don't feel so strange anymore. My body still feels a little jittery. I can't quite make out the vision that my eyes see with my eyes closed. But it's very bright. It kind of has like a swirly, coily, I don't know, like a snail shell, but not. That helps. As I said, I'm still feeling the effects of it. And I've been talking for 20 minutes, and I think I just put myself back in the middle of it talking about it. So, it's the emotions that I released from it are incredible. I'm still trying to find words to express the release it gave me. It was so I'm just so grateful. I want to say it was so gratifying, but at the same time I'm still processing, so it's like I'm not I'm not finished yet. I can feel it. I'm not finished yet. But I'm definitely give me a kickstart towards my journey today into my spiritual path for sure. Yeah. So many different types of natural plant medicines that more of us need to learn how to use to give us a better perspective on life. It really opened up me, my inner me, my true self. So even though my body's still going through all this and I feel a little shaky from the purging and everything, I feel very blissful in my emotions right now. Like, it's like almost like being high, but not, if that makes sense, because I can feel like all the alterations in my body still from it. But the fan on my air conditioner is being funny, so I am going to let you go so I can turn the air conditioner on, so I do not want that funny noise in your ear. It's weird. I think the fan, the belt is about to break. I don't know. It's a strange noise. But thank you so much for listening to my reflections of the first time I used Hape. And I can't wait to make a second video for the next time I use it. And then we can start lining those up. But yeah, I definitely want to have a facilitator the next time I do it. Maybe the next 2-3 times I do it before I'm ready to do it on my own and make that investment. That is an amazing process. And definitely have a 4-hour window to do the ritual and to process the aftermath. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it. Take your time when you do this. It's much needed. Yes. Thank you all so much for listening. You have an amazing grand rising, you beautiful souls.